Yo, Uniform Music was good. I don't know if you guys can hear me though. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Today I'm gonna make like a slow kind of Afrobeat vibe, very slow vibe, nothing crazy. Yo, Vesh was good. Izuki was good. Kanan was good. Yo, Vesh, no problem, man. I'll also say it. LYL was good. Yeah. I got the webcam that I said I was going to be using for YouTube. And I was like, why not let me just cook up. Happy New Year, guys. Right. Mm-hmm. Yo, Phil, what's up? I don't usually eat and make beats at the same time, but today I'm trying something different. Yo, Wisdom, what's up? What's good? You also still on my beats. I don't really be posting beats like that, funny enough. Christian, what's good? What's good, you guys, man? How you guys doing this year? This new year? What is flipping money? What is turning money this new year for you guys? I'm using Ransom's juice kits. I love using this juice kit so much. So if you want to get the juice kit, you're going to get the shaker in the juice kit if you download it. The triplet. Bro, if you Google the good drum kit, you're going to see it. But if you don't want to pay for it, you can always use my stew drum kit. My stew drum kit is free. This 2021, everybody should start supporting everybody. Like, no, it's not going to cost you much to support somebody. If it is going to cost you money, then I mean, use the free way. Yeah, I know doing music is kind of hard. I'm like, you have to buy equipment, you have to buy software, you have to buy everything. So everybody's on the Omah piano vibe. Everybody's on the Omah piano vibe these days. Hey. Yo, so beats was good. What's up with you, man? Everywhere I'm asking everybody what is good, and nobody's really saying what is good. I got this ATH M50X headphones. I don't lie to you guys, man. Buying headphones and buying gear is not what you think. I thought these headphones were going to change my life, but trust me, I feel the same way. It didn't change my life. I think I only got it because of the streaming. The other headphones I was using, this. When I crank it up, it's always bleeding back into the mic because it's open headphones. So I just got this so that you guys will not be hearing much of the bounce back. Real talk though, I record some on this beat as soon as I can. If I drop the beat, sure, man, sure. I think I saw an Omah piano beat you made, and thank you, man. So yeah, like I can always tell you guys, when you're making all this type of beats, you don't need to stress much. You just use your pentatonic scale. Not that I have a webcam, you guys can see me. I can show you guys what I mean. So yeah, on your keyboard here, on your keyboard, you have on your C scale, that was the white notes. Well, I'm not playing on the C because I transposed to another key. But basically, when you're making all your melodies here, you play your 1, your 2, your 3, your 5, and your 6. Just mess around with those notes on your keyboard. If you have a keyboard, it's even sweeter. You just be freestyling and be like pressing random stuff. And people think that you know what you're doing. Meanwhile, you're just running a scale, as some people call it. Just run through the pentatonic scale. Make some Omah piano song for a star right now. That one's cast it. Omah piano is a good vibe, but I don't know. I'm trying to work on it so hard, and sometimes I feel like I'm not yet getting the sound yet. Yeah, that's how you make good melodies. Usually with any kind of beats, just stick with your pentatonic scale. Your pentatonic scale. Let me say that slow. Stick with your pentatonic scale when making melodies. It works a lot of the time, but it doesn't work every time. You just have to try it out and see if you like it or not. Yeah, man, Vesh, I can't wait to hear your Omah piano drum kit. Definitely. But today I didn't use the evolution guitar today. I used what do they call it? Electric oh my god. Electricity. You guys can see it. But yeah, with making this type of beats, their sounds are always very, very similar. That's why I will show you guys the sounds I use. All these guitars, you don't have to have 1 million plugins. So once you have one particular sound you use, I mean, you can use it as much as you like. You're just making a beat. It's when you want to start experimenting with stuff, then you can start doing weird stuff. But at the end of the day, if you're just making a very simple beat, I mean, and what some of these guys do here, they use the same guitar, but they now add effects to their guitars to make it sound different. Like they can add let me show you. I don't know where exactly I'll find it, but they can add all these guitar amps on it. So it will change the sound of the guitar. You know, like it's the same thing, but the same plugin, the same sound they're using, but a different effect to give it a different feel. I'm sorry. I think it's in one of these wave shells. You have 4 or 3. And yeah, the slide note I did, I always put my. I'll show you down. I'll show you down in a minute. So they might use like a guitar amp, any of these guitar amps, so to change the sound of the guitar. But it's still the same plugins they use. See, already sounds different. And I know a lot of people use guitar rig. There are a lot of plugins you can use to like add effects. I mean, you don't have to have all the plugins in the world. You just know how to tweak what you want to tweak. And it wants to sound good to you. I mean, if it's sounding good to you, it's going to sound good to everybody else. It's a do kit giveaway. This 2021, no giveaway. This 2021. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to drop a free drum kit this year too. Well, yeah, I'm just catching a vibe. But there's really nothing I want to do on this beat. It's nothing crazy. You guys already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to add arcade on. You already know. Yeah, I've been watching my live a lot, but yeah, I actually add arcade for the vocals, and vocals you can never really go wrong with using vocals. You can, but at the same time, it's always a vibe. So I'm going to do very, very simple stuff with the 808s. Follow the bass notes. Then once you have put down the what they call it, once you have put down the bass notes, you can now start adding all these jara, all these rolls, all these 808 rolls to make it sound very crazy. You can have like 4 different or 5 different 808 patterns, so that your beat is not so boring at the end of the day. That's what some guys do. Because if you listen to all these producers that make their beats online, they don't really do too much. They don't be doing too much on their beats. So don't overthink your head and start adding all the crazy effects in the world. But just do it a little bit of variation. Because then again, once the artist is about to sing on the beat and there's too much going on, they're gonna be like, okay, where do I come in? Where do I start recording? And they're lost somewhere. So you have to give space for the artist too. That's why I used to when I used to go up last year. You guys that used to watch my live a lot, you notice I used to use these Micah's Iga Boys vocals every time. So that I always know that okay, even if artists want to sing on the beats, there's going to be space for the artist to actually sing on it. I'm sorry, guys. Shout out to you from Kenya, man. Like I said too, adding effects too, you have to be very creative. Like, you know, every effect that you use just because you like it, you have to make sure the effect is complementing whatever you're doing. So everything about making beats is about sound selection. Sound selection is basically picking sounds that go together. Like if you pick a snare that is whack, not like you pick a snare that is whack, but you have to pick a snare that fits whatever you're doing. Let me take my time and explain it very well. You're making a beat here. I'm making this type of beats. I have this progression going already. Let me go back to, like I'm starting from the beginning. So let's say I want to pick a snare. I'm going to pick a snare that is going to fit that progression I have going. I don't want to pick a snare that sounds too different from it. That's what sound selection is. So whenever you're picking your sounds next, like everybody has their own ways of making beats. Some people might start making beats, like they'll have picked all their sounds first, then they'll not make the beats. While some people like me, sometimes I'll just pick one sound and I'll be browsing through my other sounds. I'll be listening for sounds that might fit whatever I have going on already. So you can find a way around it. So let's say I have this going on. This snare actually fits, but it might give me a different vibe to what I'm making. It might give me a different vibe. You know, I mean, I don't mean I don't want something that's that harsh. I want something that's soft. I want something that's kind of calm. I want to look for a snare that's kind of calm or kind of soft. That's what sound selection is. This one sounds too, I don't know the word. Let's say metallic for me. So it sounds kind of soft. But it's still kind of like too sharp for me. So that's what sound selection is basically. Just looking for the sounds that complement each other. That's basically it. As I started with this snare. The piano I want to add, I want to find the piano that's going to match that snare. That's basically sound selection for everybody. In a nutshell. So let me delete this and continue making the beats. And another thing again, there are some sounds that they actually sound good already. Like that's why people making drum kits. That's one reason people make drum kits. They'll pick sounds that they feel should match. So there's some people drum kits that you download. All the sounds are in there. You can't even use them to make stuff together. You have to go and use like 5 different drum kits because all the sounds they don't really fit each other. And yeah, guys, I'm going to do a review of a plugin called this Afro plugin. You already picked out a lot of stuff to make your sound selection very, very, very easy and nice. I'm going to do a review of this plugin. It will help you with sound selection. There are already sounds that you can pick. Let's say you want to do reggae vibe, and you pick a reggae preset. So to help you with picking sounds that already go well together. I'm just showing you guys this plugin, but just watch out for this. I'm going to do a full review of this plugin. Just basically picking sounds that you feel they complement each other. That's how sound selection works actually. But yeah, let me get back to making a beat. You guys can keep asking questions, so I'll answer more of these questions. Shout out to you, Patrick from Dubai, man. That's big. Don't worry. When I do the Afro plug review, I'm going to give you guys the links to download it and how you can get the plugin. I'll do a full review of it from installing it to. You see. So I'm in A sharp major, so I'll pick A sharp major. A sharp major is same as B flat major. I'm going to find a vocal from Arcade. I love using this Arcade so much. Like you guys always ask, how do you get Arcade? How do you get Arcade? Just search Arcade on Google. There's no crack for it. So you guys should stop asking. There's no crack. Pay the $10 every month. If you just want to try it out, it's free for 30 days when you download it. It's free for 30 days when you use it for 30 days. I mean, you can bounce as much audio from Arcade as you want. Since it's free for 30 days, you're just trying it out. You can get all the vocal chops that you want from it, bounce it out for later. Just use that 30 days to try out the plugin and extract what you can extract from it. And after 30 days, if you still feel like you need to pay for it, then pay for it. Well, how do you make bass come out from phone and speaker? It depends on the kind of bass you use. Actually, depends on the kind of bass you use. The bass, but one thing I always do is I use distortion. I use footy distort to make your bass actually come out. If you pick good bass, like me, I always use good bass for my drum kits. Like I already have like good bass on here. I don't know if you can hear it on your phone, like I'm playing it like this. But if you're still not hearing it, all I just do is add some distortion to it. Footy fast distort, or you add saturation. What's the name of saturation? Far filter saturation. Start on 2. So add footy distort. I don't really be mixing like that too. Funny enough, I don't be doing a lot of mixing on my beats like that, because once you have good drum kits, all these guys that make all these drum kits, they always mix it in a way for you guys to enjoy it very well. I won't lie to you, I prefer using it to bass guitar, but sometimes bass guitar sounds so good and I might use a bass guitar, but I always prefer using it because they are just so easy to use. Once you use an 808, it's like boom, and it makes your beat sound modern too. Most of the beats you hear these days, everybody's using 808s, so I'm not saying it should be like everybody else, but at the same time, if you want to like have that modern sound, you can use 808s. But if you want to use bass guitar, a very good bass guitar plugin I can tell you to get is Trillian. Trillian has like some of the best bass guitars in there that you can use. Or if you have contacts, I'm sorry. If you have contacts, you can use I think they're like, oh no, I shouldn't have done this problem. If you have contacts, they are like up to like 2 or 3 bass libraries I use. I can show you when the stuff opens up. I should not have picked that contact 5. Trillian has like thousands of bass presets in there. All these top producers you guys listen to, they have the same plugins that everybody has. Like they just know how to pick those sounds, and everything sounds good. Yeah, Ample Bass too is a good one. Ample Bass, Modo Bass. I tried using Modo Bass. I don't know. I just didn't like the plugin. I don't know why. Jazzy Music was good, bro. Yeah, man. The struggle is real. I pray this 2021 I should get a new computer so that all this some of my problems will go. Delete. But I'm not sure. Is it because of the RAM or is it because of the CPU? I don't know if it's because of RAM or CPU that makes your system slow when you're loading a lot of plugins. I feel it's both of them together, but I'm not sure which one is it exactly. But it said maybe some plugins use more CPU and some plugins use more RAM. One of the two. But yeah, like I was saying, the bass guitar you could use, I use this Evolution flat wound bass. Then I use there's a Contact Factory library that have some bass presets in there. Any of this, can use any of that. Then Modern Bass, the iFM they have like a lot of bass samples, bass libraries. I mean, and guitar libraries. So I think that's basically all the bass I use. This Christian bass, I don't really think I use it that much, but I mean, can check it out if you want. Please don't ask me for link. Just Google search. Just Google search, bro. Google search. You want the cookie? I'm sorry. I'm missing on my life. I'm not supposed to eat here, but I'm just so hungry. Yes, too. Omnisphere is a very good plugin for bass. Like Omnisphere has crazy bass presets in there. Omnisphere is very good. Somebody said CPU get at least 3.0 gigahertz. Okay, that's not to do with the RAM. It's the processor. Let me show you. Let me show you my task manager right now. Yeah, probably more the CPU. So my CPU is 63% going on. I'm only using like half of my RAM. Once I start adding more plugins, I'll be checking more to see what's going on. It's the CPU and hard disk drive. Use a system that uses SSD operating system that makes loading samples faster. I won't lie to you guys, and me, I got an SSD right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if you guys can see this SSD. I think you guys can see it. Yeah. I did not notice zero difference from using SSD or using hard. I didn't notice any difference. I'm like maybe it's just me, but I didn't notice any difference maybe because of what I use it for. But yeah. I think it's stressful now upgrading your computer to SSD when you buy it as a hard disk. Very stressful. You have to open it up. You have to install Windows again. You have to start installing all your plugins again, man. I'd rather buy a new computer that comes with SSD so that I know that I'm not going to go through that stress. So yeah, let me get back to the beats. I went to add some arcade vocals. Arcade always has like the best stuff to use. Yes, internal NVMe is good. I heard about it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's better to use a PC desktop or a PC laptop? You guys prefer desktop or laptop? Which one do you guys think is faster? So
yeah. Hey, hey. No, 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 no. Tell me what you want me. Hey, All you gotta do is
not just a fan of desktop. Yeah, laptop is better because you can project on screen. That's very true. So that is true. That's true. You only use laptop because there's no lights in it. I mean, laptop too is very portable. You can go to any studio, carry your laptop, and do your stuff. But desktop, you can't even go next door with your desktop because you want to do something. Yeah, very true too. If you're just staying in one place, it's good for streaming and used for gaming, and you can do anything with your desktop. You can have a desktop with multiple outputs though. all these computer guru come and teach me work. Me, I don't know all this. Okay, yeah, yes, you can have multiple outputs, but I think what it means is like projecting it. I don't know. I think laptop is just more useful in many ways. Laptop is more useful, but I think desktops, when you build them yourself or when you buy heavy built ones, they are more powerful.
For me, you got me in my feelings.
I like that.
For me, you got me in my feelings. I miss you. Take me somewhere far away from here. I want you. I want you. All I want, take. Take me somewhere far. Take me somewhere far. Take me somewhere far. Take me somewhere far away from here. Oh, 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 oh. Take me somewhere. Oh, oh, oh. Take me somewhere far away from here. Oh, 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 oh. Take me somewhere. Oh, oh, oh. Take me somewhere far away from here. Oh,
Yep. So basically, the beat is like almost done. Do you leave the vocals on even? It depends. Sometimes the vocals will be distracted, so I try and reduce the vocals a lot. Then they use GPU too. Yeah, GPU too is good for streaming or gaming. Fresh boy, I'm not a fresh boy. It's just the lights. It's just the lights. But it's a surprise that you get plugins that your plugins are getting GPU intensive gradually. Yeah, I think I think another thing that some plugins don't have is this stuff that you can on the fly just resize them. I see the way arcade is. I think they call them vector or SVG. I don't know what they call. I don't know the technical word. See how you can rescale all these plugins. Not every plugin can do that right now. And I can bet you, for them to even update those plugins to do it, they will pay a lot of money. They will go and look for graphic designers, all those stuff. But I'm sure new plugins these days are coming in with that stuff that you can rescale and stretch the plugins anyhow you want. But the only problem I have with this arcade is anytime you close and open it, you have to resize it again. I just wish when you resize it and you close it, it's going to be that same way. But every time you have to keep resizing and resizing and resizing. So arcade is just a cheat. No cap, bro. No cap. Yeah, there are plugins that be using all this animation stuff. You guys know all this. You guys know all this stuff. I'm just reading your comments. So yeah. So basically, when I want to now arrange my beats, it's just vibes. It's just vibes. Nothing crazy. I start off with the intro. I even add the vocals in the intro. So I'll separate the bass from the. Actually, let me name all the patterns. I'll call this chords. This is the rim, shots, rim, conga. Let's call it perk 1, perk 2. I didn't even add swing. add a bit of swing. This is the this is guitar solo. Guitar solo. Anyone knows where you can find Omah crack? See, let me tell you guys one thing. You guys need to stop asking for plugins. No cap. You guys need to stop. This 2021. You guys should stop asking for plugins. If you're looking for anything, Google it. Even if it's crack, Google the crack. You are going to find the crack. Just Google Omah crack. If you want to buy the plugin, Google it. You see it. Like every day, I always get DMs from people asking me, "Where can I get plugins? Where can I get plugins?" And I'm like, if I don't reply this guy now, it will be like I'm a snob or something. Everybody's always asking me the same questions every single day. Where can I get this? Where can I get that? Where can I get this? When I'm looking for stuff, I don't be asking them where can I get this. I just simply Google them. I'm like, it's the same world we are living in and the same internet we have. You can just Google stuff and you find it. Like literally no cap. If you look for anything, always Google it first. If you Google it and you don't see it, then maybe change your search engine. So maybe DuckDuckGo, or I'm giving you guys some cheat code. If you Google something and I don't see it, change your search engine to DuckDuckGo. If you use DuckDuckGo, then you might see what you're looking for. But you guys will like stop asking for plugins. Like it's getting annoying. I won't lie to you. Every single day I open my phone, somebody must ask me for where can I get this plugin? Where can I get that plugin? When you can just simply Google them. Like literally Google them. It's the same internet. Are you not watching you same YouTube with me now? So I mean it's the same YouTube you're using, so you have the whole WW. Don't let me start saying things there before FBI will come and start looking for me. Or so you guys should stop asking me for crack, please. Just Google crack. You're going to find it. You Google crack, trust me. But let me also tell you guys one thing. Yeah, I won't lie to you. I used to Google crack too. I used to Google for crack plugins. When you Google crack, you see that those sites. You see some sites they will tell you download the plugin. Then when you finish downloading the plugin, you now see that there's password there, or you see one survey that fill this survey, blah 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 blah, and you never get the password. You never ever get the password for all those things. So yeah, instead of going through all that stress, two things: use Google very well. You know how to search very well for stuff, or you buy it. I mean, you're selling beats, you're making music. You don't want to be stressed to your stuff. Buy it so that money will come back. You have money to buy headphones. You have money to buy one or two things, but you don't want to buy plugins. Then use what you got, or be smart about it. Don't let me say what I don't want to say on here, but you know what I mean. I see what you mean, Vivesh. I know what you mean. So I recite it like this. You said the plugins tab. You said select plugins, generators, synths, classic. Oh, I think I know what you mean. Wait, let me try it sometime. I don't spend too much time on that. Let me screenshot what you said. So that. So yeah, guys, like for real, like I'm saying, you guys need to actually stop asking for crack every time. What can I get this? What can I get that? When literally me, I be using the same Google you are using, and I see what I'm looking for. So I don't know how come you guys are using Google and you don't see what I'm looking for too. You don't see what I see. I just find it very, very weird. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to have a different instrument for the chords. So when it comes in, it hits different. There's no crack, like there's no crack for arcade. So you guys are always asking for arcade crack. You have seen arcade somewhere, ask for password. There's no password, there's no, just buy it. Like I said, test it out for 30 days. If you like it, then look how you can, like, if you're really serious your beats and you're selling your beats, I mean, you can consider getting it. If you don't sell beats, if you don't make money from making beats, there's no point spending all the money in the world if you know you don't really make money from music. If music is just a hobby to you and you just feel it's worth spending the money, spend the money, man. Spend the money. So yeah. I said I want to change the sound of this. I'll use a different sound. Let me check what is inside contacts. What library should I use? What libraries? What library is flipping money? I've been saying that in a lot. What is flipping money? I heard that Bitcoin is trending now. Everybody's doing bitcoins. Everybody's cashing out with bitcoins. So what is flipping money on contacts? You guys should tell me. I don't open source library. Nah, I think Arcade is just some output company that they have like people that they work with hybrid keys. They have people they work with that be making samples for them and they know how they tweak it and make it and put it inside their app. So they're always adding stuff on Arcade. They're always adding stuff. And some of the stuff I don't care about. The ones I really care about is usually the vocals or stuff from Hook to Library. Okay, let's see. Let me try using some mallets. So chords 2, Control X, Control V. No. Yo, Osana AD was good, man. Do you use Lounge Lizard? See, Lounge Lizard is like my favorite VST ever for making for with E piano. Lounge Lizard is my go-to. No cap. I think it's too high. I'll take it down an octave. Hey. Another thing you guys can do too is add effects, like add general effects. You can add all this. I think this stuff is kind of old, but it still bangs a lot. Fruity Love filter, where is it? Fruity Love filter, where are you? Yeah. say give them. You just use this that simple triangle low pass or single triangle high pass. Then you would automate it in the beat. I think I'll use a single triangle low pass instead. Sometimes the low pass sounds better, sometimes the high pass sounds better. Maybe I'll start off with it off and to rise up, then it will go back off. I'll probably bring the format down the other boy. All those plugins you are calling now, if I add it on here, my stream will be doing slow like this. It's going slow. So Let me do the vocals a bit. Let me try pitching it down small too. So yeah. Wizard was good, bro. So this guitar, the somewhere that is not really that smooth. Yeah, somewhere here. Yo, Riser, that was a good one. Riser, I thought about that too. Riser, Kits, Riser. Per pitch, the vocal fits. Yeah, man, that's one good thing about arcade. The vocals always fit. Not always, but most of the time they always sound good. Yeah, then you can add delay to the clap effects. Track, delay 2. Set this to the time to 4 or 2. Set to 2. You might notice you don't use built-in FL chord helpers. Bro, don't let me lie to you. I use that thing all the time. I use that thing all the time. It's just because I'm using my keyboard and I transpose on my keyboard, so it's easier for me. And I know I'm used to C. Not like I only know C, but I'm used to playing on C. So once I transpose on here, I'm good. You get me? Because I know I'm only going to be hitting the white notes when I'm playing my melodies. Once I transpose to C, when I transpose to any other key, I'm playing C, I'm good on here. That's why I don't be using chord helpers. You guys should not don't get me wrong. Yeah. Pan your second riser. You guys pan risers. Huh. That is new. Sometimes I think I do the fade stereo, so it's going to go from left to right or right to left. And it's slow. I think I need to add all these small vocal chops. That ooh. One of these ones. I don't have any arcade on my arcade. I don't have any effect on my arcade. It's just the this sync triangle high pass that's on the whole master channel. Yeah. I've not even added kicks. I've not added kicks. So I'm gonna add a kick. I like using this. I know this is my drum kit, but I like using this ransom source kick in this my drum kit. Very, very good, very good kick. And you always go well with this space to it. Like I said, guys, anytime you have a drum kit, most of the sounds they're supposed to go well with each other. If they don't go well with each other, that drum kit is not for you, man. And there are billions of drum kits like people always asking me for drum kits. Where can I get drum kits? There are billions of drum kits that you can get for free on this site called Reddit. If you go there, I always like. Let me show you guys. Reddit. See, it's definitely like Reddit. That's why I go to be looking for new drum kits some of the time, and they always leak some of these producers' drum kit there. You guys that like asking for free stuff. That is one site for you to always check to get free stuff. I mean, just yeah, man. Don't let me to laugh. Don't let me laugh. But yeah, it's just Reddit.com. Yeah, Reddit.com. Yeah, guys, Reddit.com. This is the URL. Yo, X Dizzle, shout out to X Dizzle, man. X Dizzle, shout out to you, boss. I heal you, man. I heal. Healings to X Dizzle. So and that trick too, when you have percussions and you want to make drum rolls your percussions, it's very good to like tune your percussion so that the drum roll will enter. Yeah. So I'm gonna find the key of this percussion, edit, region. So it's on D. It's on D. So put this on D. And like I said, I transpose my keyboard here. I give you guys listen to techno, all these guys that do rules like OI Productions. Those guys, they are very, very good with and there's really no rule to making drum rolls. There's a technical rule to it, but if I start saying the technical rule, it will be so boring. So it's just vibe most of the time. We hear some people saying there's attack, there's build up, there's down one to make a drum roll. Just simple drum roll you want to do. It's just vibes. And as I said, rule. So you're going to have to add in rules. This is basically a rule is like don't let me say any technical stuff here, but I'm just gonna add a simple rule. So my CPU is already, I don't know if it's my CPU or my RAM. Let me see. I think it's my CPU, not the RAM here. I appreciate, guys. I'm seeing the fire emojis. I appreciate, man. I'm good both in swallowing the kicks. Like another thing with kicks, you just increase the velocity. Nothing crazy. Increase the velocity. Then me sometimes I always do like kick rolls too to make it sound crazy. If I don't know 808 rolls, I'll do kick rolls. Sometimes I'll mix the both of them, but trust me, guys, you don't want to make it too complex. Because once it's too complex, it's going to be too much for the artist who wants to jump on it. Yeah, man. Like you have to take breaks for using headphones. That's why I got my speakers. Well, when you use headphones for a while, it will like start affecting your ears. Like my right ear, I don't really hear so good with my right ear. I don't hear so good with my ear right here. I'm just letting you guys know. So you guys protect your ears very well. Don't use headphones all day. There was the time I was using Beats headphones. I don't know if you guys know Beats Studio headphones. Those headphones, like they are so they sound so good, but they're not so good for your ears. But they sound like really when I say headphones that sound good, trust me, those headphones are like another world when you listen to music on those headphones. So I used to use those headphones I even used to use them to make beats. But after a while, I noticed I started affecting my right ear. For you CPU, go back to your CPU dashboard, disable some apps and load up on startup. I really don't have much apps loading on my startup. Trust me, I've fixed all of that. Like if I show you what is taking my CPU, it's OBS and FL Studio and Google Chrome. So it's just 1%, 0.000. But that's thanks for the tip though. Says Zillow headphones, bro. I will not lie to you. I think that was my very first headphone when I started making beats. Zillow headphones. Those headphones, they'll press your head like sandwich. They'll press your head like this. Those headphones are too so tight. I don't know if I can compare the headphones now. If I can say the quality is that good right now, because it has been a while since I saw that headphone. Like these headphones, they're not as comfortable as this. Trust me, these headphones, this DT 990, they are very comfortable. Like you can wear them for hours. But this one, I can feel my ear is already. See, if you notice, I've been adjusting it since. I can feel it pressing my head already. But trust me, these headphones, they are so comfortable. Like they are very nice, very comfortable. If you guys are ever thinking of buying headphones and you have the money, you guys can get these headphones. They are so comfortable, man. And there's another headphones. You guys are staying in Nigeria. There's one headphones, yoga headphones, yoga CD2100 or the CD2000 series. All those headphones, they're like so good. Those headphones, you can compare them with this one. I know those headphones are like way cheaper than this ATH M50X. Those yoga headphones. So if you guys want to buy headphones in Nigeria, trust me, you'll not go wrong if you buy yoga headphones. That's what all these your favorite producers are using. Rexy, Iga Boy, name them. You will see it on their Instagram. Say you guys are good. Me, I use Yuga headphones. I use Yuga CD2100. Those headphones sound good to me, bro. And if you say it's not good, but maybe there are different Yuga series, there are different Yuga headphones. But the one I used, CD2100, that one sounds very good. Trust me. Yuga CD2100, I can bet you it's almost like these headphones. If you guys have never used headphones before, Yuga CD2100, they sound almost like you can hear this thing and that one. They are 5 and 6. So that's what I'm saying. Headphones are overrated. If you're saying that headphone is trash, then this one is also trash. But if you get this one, I mean, they basically sound the same. Headphones basically sound the same. It's just when you get used to them, that's how you're going to know that the headphone is good. But if that headphone is trash to you, bro, I don't know what to say, man. I'm speechless. I'm literally speechless. But I can tell you that those headphones, they sound almost exactly with this headphone. And I used to have CB Satos audio headphones. I bet you that they sound similar to this one too. So once you get your headphones, just master the way it sounds to you and you'll be good. This one everybody saying no, no, no for you guys phones. That means I'm wrong. That means me I'm wrong. That means me I'm wrong. Facts though, facts. I don't like facts, facts, facts. That's another thing too. Um, they're probably not the ones that mix their beats too, but at the same time, a lot of Grammy producers they use these headphones. These headphones are not the best headphones in the world. I can bet you that. I still prefer these headphones. I prefer these headphones to this. Even though these headphones they have like how do I say it? They're like the mids of these headphones. You can barely hear the mids. You can barely hear vocals clearly, as you can hear vocals on here. Vocals on here don't sound upright, but vocals on here they sound in your face. It sounds This headphone sounds kind of boxy. So there's no 100% perfect headphone. Trust me. Don't even earpiece is not even earpiece is a no no. Like don't even use earpiece. Like if you're using earpiece, ah, don't even use earpiece. Trust me. Except you know what you're doing. But DT 770 or DT 990. I can't really say. I only have DT 990. I've never seen the. I've never used the DT 770. I could try it someday if I get some money. But right now, I'm not going to try it. And I think the only reason why I bought the DT 990 Pros was that I heard they are good for mixing. That was like the only reason why I got them. And I got them. I was like, you just. I didn't feel like my sound changed. That's another thing you guys need to know too. It's not about the gear. Gear is not going to make your music production sound any better. That is all cap. Even if you have 1 million gear in the world, if you have Yamaha HS8, if you have what's the best studio monitor, if you have Adam what's the name? Is it Adam 7A7X or something like that? Those headphones they don't mean anything, bro. They don't mean anything if you don't know how to make beats very very well. If you don't know how to mix very well, all those gear they don't mean anything to you. So just use what you got. Use what you got and trust me. Use what you got and make your music. If you're making money from it, from your music, then you can start buying stuff. Let me add some Igbo movie vibes. Let's see if it's gonna go. As you guys can see, it's clashing. The melody is clashing with everything inside. So I have to look for something else to maybe take it an octave higher or an octave lower. I wanted to bounce these arcade vocals. Arcade, render and replace. Got remainder. Yep. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying in chat. Gear will make mine sound better, Sha. Send me your gear. Well, I mean, that's the only way. It's only when you have the gear in your hands and you find out about yourself. But me that I have it, I'm telling you, like I didn't feel any difference when I got the gear. I didn't feel like I've upgraded my sound. I didn't feel like I mean I can feel the difference in quality, but at the same time, it didn't make me a better producer. That's what I'm trying to say. It didn't make me a better producer. Like if you don't know what you're doing, you're still gonna be trash. That's what I mean. Audio technical, yeah. I mean, it depends. A lot of people I see a lot of people use these headphones. I see a lot of people use this. So there's no like I won't say the DT 772. I see the DT 770 lots more than this. I see the DT 770 more than these ones. But yeah. Audio technica is super popular, but trust me, these headphones I would choose this over this any day, anytime. Even the 40, I don't know, 40 or 50, I don't know the difference between the 40 and the 50. I mean, it's hard to explain when you I don't know if you guys always have this feeling. when you don't have a particular kind of gear, you'll be feeling so um I think it's more of a feeling. It's more of a feeling than actually having the gear. You'll be feeling if I don't have this keyboard, I can't make any beats. If I don't have this keyboard, I can't make any beats. Then you now finally get the keyboard. You now notice that I like clicking in notes. So I don't know. I feel it's more like a mindset thing. You won't be using your keyboard as much as you thought you were going to use it when you now finally get the keyboard. That's what I mean. Like the gear is not going to make you a better producer in the long run. It's just you just have when you now finally get it, you're just like, okay, now I have it. What's next? What next for me? What next for me? That's what I mean. Hmm. Ableton Masterclass. Hey, uh, I'll get back to you on that one. I'll get back to you on that one. Do I have private online courses? Now, right now, I don't have private online courses. But if you want me to be your private online tutor or course mentor, I mean, if you want to pay me, why not? But you can ask me anything you want to ask me. I'm on here. Like, I can tell you whatever you want to know right now. I don't hide stuff much from you guys. I never like clicking notes, even though I don't get keyboard. Exactly. You get the gear and you're like, what next now? What next? What is going to flip my money now? What is flipping money? What's in they flip money for me? Now what's you going to ask yourself? Yeah, yeah, sure. Your quality will change now, definitely. You definitely start like trust me. And one thing in music, I think everybody's different. Some people like to start small, then start upgrading, then start upgrading, and start upgrading, and start upgrading. You upgrade and buy and sell, upgrade, buy and sell. Me, I'm not that. I don't like upgrading and buying and selling. I want to buy something once. I know that even if I'm buying this thing once, at least it should last me for up to 5 years. I'll not start upgrading and upgrading and upgrading and upgrading and upgrading. That's why I never had studio monitors in my life before. Like I never had studio monitors. I was using some cheap Bluetooth speakers. No Bluetooth, but cheap home. I can show you guys the speakers I was using. B and H. I think I bought it from Jimmy myself. Funny enough, I was using that was the only speakers I had. I never had any. I hate this stuff with Jimmy. I'm not. So that was like all I had. Then when I said okay, let me buy studio monitor. I hope I'll see it here. I hope I'll see it here. I can't find any picture of this. But the thing was, I'm sure you guys might have seen it before. It's small and it's somehow round like this. I don't know if you guys have seen that studio. I can't remember the model, but I've shown you guys. Very very cheap. I got them very cheap, and I was using them. They're not the best, but I was still using it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was using it. I was like, okay, let me finally get studio monitors. And bro, I had to get something good because I know that in the next couple of years I'm still gonna use it. So don't always be rushing to maybe buy something and tomorrow you want to upgrade because there's always going to be something new. That's another thing with gear. There's always going to be something new. I'm sure I can bet you the headphones are better than these headphones, but I know a lot of people have been using it for years too, and there's no complaints. People don't have much complaints about it. Which plugins do you use to mix your beats? Huh? Don't let me lie to you guys. I don't be mixing beats like that. Even some of you know how to mix more than me. All I just do is my mail is jebjosh@gmail.com. Jebjosh@gmail. Cream beats collab, sure. Yeah, that's another good one. I think this year I'm going to take my music more serious with collabs and stuff this year. So if you want to collab with me, sure, send me something to my mail or I don't know, hit me up on my email. I'll talk, or you can DM me on Instagram. I might not reply you straight up, but I would get to you once there's vibe. But which plugins do I use to mix my beats? I use soft clipper. Soft clipper is always on for me. Soft clipper is always on, and I use basically EQ, parametric EQ, or I use Pro Q2. I love Pro Q2. That's like my favorite EQ, especially for vocals. I love Pro Q2 for vocals. Like they are just too good. Then I use a limiter. I use a limiter. I mean that's for mastering. That's for mastering. For mixing, it's just basically EQ and leveling. Then maybe if you want to add reverb, that's it for EQ. I mean that's it for mixing. Because basically when you're doing your sound selection, you're kind of low-key mixing because you're choosing sounds that you're kind of using sounds that um that complement each other. So when you're now mixing, you're not going to be doing crazy stuff when you're mixing. You people using earpiece, are you alright? I mean, I when you first start making beats now, initially you start off with earpiece. If you have earpiece, you always start off with earpiece. Everybody cannot, nobody can hear, cannot tell me they never used earpiece to make a beat before. Nobody on here can tell me I've never ever used earpiece to make a beat before. Let's go to see the Jeb no be collab with me. Bye bye. See you, we'll see now. We'll see later. Who else put saturator and limiter on it? Yeah, I usually put saturator and limiter on my master, but sometimes it might sound muddy. It might not sound that's so good. Limiter, it depends. Yes. limiter, you could use limiter. Sometimes I use limiter. But I love using this fruity limiter. Then I will increase my, I know you guys have seen this thing 1 million times. You increase the ceiling to the top, then please saturation, put it to like 0.2. This is also saturation too. If you're seeing saturation on your master, this is also saturation for you to see. This saturation is like the limiter, it's like the ceiling actually. So I put the ceiling to, see, I don't know if you can hear it. It's sounding round as saturation is all the way down like that. But this saturation is more like a ceiling. So anything that goes past this particular level, this 0. You see the value over here. Anything that goes past this level that you're seeing here is going to be saturated. So it's not going to sound that harsh. Then I'll increase my gain as much as I want. But see, I'll take my saturation down because you can hear that the kick is. And number two, it depends on how you have already leveled yours. Like mixing is very mixing and mastering is very complicated. Especially when you want to use I'm sorry. Especially when you want to use a limiter on your beats. So as you can see, it's making my kick. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's making my kick it's compressing my kick very well. So what I can do is I can either go back to my kick here and reduce the volume of my kick over here. So that it's not compressing my kick that much. It sounds better now. I won't lie to you. What they call it? This question you asked. How often do I use mix boss? I always use, like, if you look at my default FL Studio, my template to my mixer is already a mix boss. I have an instrument mix boss and I have drums mix boss. So all these ones are in yellow. They are all routed to my drums already. You can see it. They're already routed to my drums. Then all my instruments are from, like, from 20, 21, 20. All the ones are in red. They're already routed to my instrument boss. So if I want to use it, if I want to really mix, then I would, you know what I'm saying, route them there and use the boss processing on there. But I don't really be doing crazy stuff apart from saturation and EQ. Then maybe if I want to add like general reverb to everybody, then general reverb or delay. My parents no grip buy me music equipment. I mean, my parents they never bought me any music equipment. I don't like to. Nobody ever said, take this money, Jeb, go and buy yourself a keyboard. Take this money. Nah, that money I was saving or money I got from working. And music is a hobby, right? So look at it this way. I love doing it for fun. I get it for fun. This is what I enjoy doing most of the time. So I'll use my money on this. Get what I'm saying? That was how I got my own gear. So the thing is the thing with the soft clipper is, if anything goes above the 0 dB, so let me tell you why soft clipper is not always going to work. Yeah, if anything goes above 0 dB, your soft clipper is going to make it clip. It's not going to cut off the edges. It's going to make it clip. So it's going to just round off those stops and bring them down. But if your sound is not loud enough, that means your soft clipper is not even going to be working. I don't know if you understand. Your soft clipper is not going to be working if your sound is not loud enough. So what you're going to do is use a limiter to add the gain. That's why I always put the ceiling. This ceiling here is like the soft clipper in a way. So I put my ceiling all the way up, and I increase my gain to make my volume come up. I have to do a mixing tutorial for you guys, like an in-depth mixing tutorial for you guys to understand all these jargons I'm saying. I wouldn't make my beats at low volume in my master channel. I mean, there are different ways. There are different ways to like mixing. Mixing is there's no one way to mixing. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I've really not done any mixing tutorial all this while, because I don't have one technique of mixing. I have like different techniques to mix. I have different techniques of mixing. Yeah, yeah. I think we should collab on some Ableton tutorials too. I think I only made one Ableton tutorial, and people don't watch my Ableton tutorials because people don't really use Ableton like that. That's why I never made any other one again. Never made anything on Ableton because I mean, obviously, you want to do what everybody's watching. You don't want to be the one guy that is doing one thing and nobody's watching. But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You can be doing one thing and blow up on one thing you're doing. But if you want to do what everybody loves on your channel, you do what everybody loves. And module. Yeah, I already said this before. You guys should stop. This 2021. I'm going to make another video. Stop asking for plugins and asking for stuff in 2021. Use Google. That's one thing that you guys producers need to stop doing. But yeah, I think basically that is all for the mastering. And if you notice, I've not added any EQ on any other thing because everything sounds good already. I used good sounds. I picked good sounds. So, I mean, basically all I can do is level and do stereo separation to make it sound wider and enough space for the artist to actually sing on it. I want to add some sax. So I'm going to use let me just use expand so that my CPU is not going to be going up and down. Expand brass, producer brass. What does it sound like? Like I told you guys, it works every single, like you guys can hear it, you guys can see it works every single time. Use your pentatonic scale for your melodies all the time, it's gonna work. And sometimes too, I might add the B notes. I might add B. So basically, I'm playing every single thing except F and B on your C key. But sometimes I'll add B to make it. I mean, just make it like enter. I don't know if you understand. I'll add B to make it enter. Let me change the sound. I don't like this sax or this brass. Let me see what you're saying. What's a pentatonic scale? Okay, I said it earlier, but let me see it one more time. You see here on your keyboard here, you have your C notes, your C scale. I'm actually playing a pentatonic minor. Thank you for asking again. I'm actually playing a pentatonic minor scale. So let me show you guys these cheat sheets. Yeah. So every major scale is a minor scale in a way. Every major scale is a minor scale. So your C major is A minor because they have basically the same notes. They're just starting from C major, just starting from C. But A minor, you're starting from A. That's A minor for you. So basically, I always call everything a major scale because it's easier for me to understand. So calling it a minor scale or major scale. I know there's a technical way to call the notes. There's a technical name to call those notes, but I usually stick to calling them a major scale. But then when it comes to pentatonic scales, if you're on C major, you're going to play A minor pentatonic for it. If you're on A minor, you can still play A minor pentatonic for it. That's the way it works. So if I'm on D major, I'm actually playing B minor pentatonic scale. So on C major, let me go back to C major because C major is all white notes, so you guys will understand it better. So if you have a keyboard, it's good for you to transpose. So on your C major here, that's the white notes. If I want to use a pentatonic scale, I'm going to pick my major scale to count it. That's the 1, the 2, the 3, the 5, and the 6. So 2021, I don't want to hear anybody with whack melodies. No more whack melodies. This is a cheat sheet to make better melodies. I'm going to do another video. Like you guys can see, I go to a webcam. You guys can see me. I don't think you guys always see me on YouTube videos. But I got the webcam because I want to do more videos this year. But yeah, you pick up pentatonic scale, then just play random notes. Just be randomly clicking. Let me show you. You guys can see, I'm just playing random notes. I don't, there's nothing in my head. I'm just pressing the notes randomly. I'm just allowing the vibe to just carry me along. So that's one cheat sheet for you guys. If you guys are always struggling with melodies, once you have your chord progression going, just carry your keyboard or take, if you're on, if you're using your Windows keyboard, it's QWETY. Cheat sheet for you guys. Cheat code. So yeah, when I make the video, I'll leave the cheat sheet here. I don't put any links on here today. I'm like feeling super swally to do anything today, but when I make that video, so you guys just keep sending me. If you don't see the video, keep sending me DM when I go to drop the video. When I go to do this, so that I will like be ginger to drop it. But I promise you guys, I'm going to do a video on it. But that's basically for melodies, man. Like whether you're working on trap beats, you're working on EDM. I don't care whatever genre you use. If you use a pentatonic scale, most of the time it's going to sound good. Most of the time, like 90% of the time, it's going to sound good. 90% is going to sound good. Trust me. That's if you don't know what to play or if you don't follow the chord progression. So how do you make simple chords. Basically, simple chords is basically pop chords that everybody call it. That's the 1, the 4, and the 5, and the 6. That's how to make simple chords. It's just simple chords, not complex chord. Because let me tell you guys the truth. Once you guys reach them, you can DM me on Instagram. You can always DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is Jebjosh. If you DM me and I don't reply, you can always comment on my videos. Like I'm always getting DMs from everybody almost every day. But I'm just saying, if you guys want to ginger me, if you don't see the video, you can keep asking me so that you remind me to do it. But yeah, we chord progressions here. It depends on your feeling, I think. But if you want to now do complex stuff, that's when you have to start learning music production, music theory. I won't lie to you. You have to really learn music theory if you want to like actually make those fire chords. If you don't, if music theory is not for you, if you know that I've tried it, it's boring. Just go and find somebody's MIDI pack. Find MIDI packs online. There are a lot of MIDI packs people drop. Find their MIDI packs and utilize them. I mean, all these producers that make beats every day, they're not making chord progression from scratch. I can bet you that one. They're not making progression from scratch. They're not making. You can even use loops if you want to make so complex chords. Don't be afraid to use loops. You can use loops. Nobody's going to come to the back and say, that chord sounds like a loop. I mean, this 2021 guys, there's no more time to. This year I'm going to give you guys a lot of cheat codes and everything that I learned from 2020. I'm going to give you guys cheat codes. But yeah, I think this beat is basically. I think I've been talking too much on this live. I didn't even make this beat to the end, but I don't want to stay here for so long. So other guys can watch this video. It's a unison. You guys always see the ads. I know you see unison ads. I know you see arcade ads a lot. Those two plugins. Those two stuff. Use loop exactly. Use loop a lot. This 2021. Use loop a lot, but be careful too because you don't want to get copyrighted. One and two, somebody else will probably use the loop somewhere. And once everybody knows where the loop is from, I mean, what else do you want to do about it? Let me play the beat from top and see what else is missing. So yeah, I'm going to add some more chords. So I'm going to be quiet for a while. Also, let me quickly finish up this beat. So you guys that want to watch me finish the beat, you watch me finish the beat. And you guys that want to go, yes man. A lot of people already left. How did I make the high pass? So what I did here was I went to my master channel. I loaded up this plugin, Fruity Love Filter. Then I chose the preset. Right click here, filter. This is the filter I used. Simple triangle low pass. Then I right clicked here and I pressed create automation clip. And it made this automation clip right here. That's what I was using to effect the mixing of it. I hope you understand. I hope you understand. If you don't understand, thank you, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. So I'm going to add something else because I don't want the beat to be so repetitive from beginning to the end. So I'll spice up the chords. Maybe I'll use something else. Chromaphone. Maybe I'll strum the chords to make it sound like something different, but still the same thing. So there are a lot of techniques you can use to make your chord progression sound like something new, but you're actually playing the same thing. I'll quantize first, then I'll press Alt S to strum. Then since this one is on a low octave, I'll take it up like 2 times. I can even go as thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. I can even go as far as adding just a crazy effect on it to make it sound weird. Gross beats, that was a good one. Gross beats, gross beats. Where's gross beats? Gross beats. What effect should I use? I'll use anything randomly. Let me see. What do we have in here? Funny enough, I could even use this effect on the chord progression. Let's see. Where's the chord? Contacts. Control L. So the mixer. Jebjosh compulsory to use piano in Afrobeats. It's not compulsory to use piano. You can use guitars. I mean, it depends on your creativity. Let me tell you guys one thing about making music. Making music is just based on your creativity. Nothing crazy or nothing fancy. It depends on how creative you are. You can use only one instrument. You can use only 2 sounds and make a complete beat. And it's going to it might sound very basic, but it just depends on how creative you are. Like I don't know if you guys know the song, Rikazani, is it Gentleman or so. If you listen to that beat, there's not a lot of stuff going on in that beat. Simple beat. I think they only use one rim shot and the guitar, and the guy added his vocal to get to the very, 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 very good vibe. So music is just how creative you are. There's no rules to it. There's no do this, don't do that. Use one this, don't use two this. Use whatever you feel like sounds good to you. Yes, at the beginner, you might not be there. Might not be at that level of using anything randomly that you feel like using. But then again, you are trying to be very creative. If your level of creativity sounds good to everybody, then I mean, it's going to sound good. But yeah, for Afrobeats, you can use piano, you can use e-piano, you can use it's basically e-piano that is one of the soul of Afrobeats these days. But you can use grand piano, you can use electric piano, same as e-piano. You can use happy score, you can use all those other crazy piano. It's just your feeling, man. I mean, how you feel, what kind of sound you feel like you should use it. There's no rules to it. That's why there are thousands of talented artists. Like they're just being creative in their own way. They're not sticking with the rules. They're not putting themselves in one box and saying, okay, if I don't use this sound today, that's it for me. But at the same time, it depends. Like look at it this way, yeah. There are musicians. There are people that call themselves musicians. Yeah, they only have one instrument. Maybe a guitar. There's one guitar they play. They're a guitarist. I mean, how many guitars is that guitarist going to have? No matter how crazy he wants to get, no matter how crazy he's obsessed with guitars, he cannot have more than 50 guitars. And even if he has up to 50 guitars, they're basically going to sound similar or almost the same. So him as a guitarist, anybody that calls him that I need some guitar sounds, he will go with his own creativity. He's not going to go with maybe I want to use this particular guitar, I want to use that particular guitar. He's just going to go with his own creativity. He can use one sound that he has been using for years and go with his own creative mind to make whatever they want as a guitarist, as a guitar from a guitarist. I mean, so like I said, it's just your creativity. Don't let using one sound stop you from using another sound. The only hack or the only secret is when you pick one sound, don't pick another sound that is whack or a sound that doesn't complement that sound you picked. If you pick one sound, use another sound that complements that sound. You get me? That's the word sound selection. So yeah, man. Let me just quickly finish up this beat, then I'll call it a day. Save presets, drag it over here, create automation clip. Any text yet? Nope. All right. So somewhere around here, I would init. Okay. Bad boy on here. Sometimes if this stuff be tripping sometimes. I don't like this part in the beginning, but I like the way it drops. So I'll delete all this. I'll reduce the mix level, so I don't want it to be so harsh. I want it to just be like somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle. I think I'll add some more vocal chops from arcade so that it's not so repetitive. Arcade, piano roll. What plugin do I use to make drum rolls? What can I use? Basically, you can use anything. Drum roll is just a rule. Like you can use samples. You can use basically like on this drum roll here. I think I just use sample. I use a sample. Where is it? This is a sample. Just basically making rules, like making fast notes go together. I don't know if that's what you're asking, but you can use basically anything to make a roll. But if you're talking about plugins or what sounds you can use a drum roll. You can use drum roll plugins to make like any plugin that has like a jazz. I did a drum roll tutorial. I think I should do a part 2, maybe. But I explained all that stuff on there. I appreciate, bro. Also for our collabs, what BPM? I mean, anything you want to send, I'll check it out. If it's fire, I'll jump on it. If I give it fire, I'll really jump on it. Why are you laughing? Means. Is your name Means? I don't know if your name is Means. Why are you laughing, bro? 1919. Share the joke with me, so let me laugh. 1919. Reverb. Can I also have a personal lesson on guitar arrangements? I'm not really a guitarist, so I can't really say much about guitars. All I just know is if it sounds good. I mean, if it sounds good, just for you to know where you want to place it in your beats or where it shouldn't be in your beats. Once it sounds good, I know, like I said, that's why making beats now is easy for everybody because there are really no rules. There are a lot of people that can't play keyboard. There are a lot of people that don't know everything. They just make everything coming together and sound so good. They just know how to like match the sounds and make it sound very very good for every listener to listen to. Yo, what's good? I saw you asking me about business and PayPal, but I think if you can set up your PayPal in Nigeria, if you can, I don't know if you're in Nigeria, but if you can set up your PayPal with your Nigeria, trust me, you're gonna be good. You can set it up in Nigeria. If you can go to your bank and tell them you want to do online banking with your ATM card, they're gonna help you out and tell you what you need to do. Yeah, what's the difference between a MIDI keyboard and a normal keyboard? Yeah, most keyboards these days they have what do they call it? They have MIDI inbuilt in them, but it's gonna be kind of complex for you to start setting it up. Don't get me wrong, the modern ones, I think they might work as well as a MIDI keyboard and a good keyboard. But basically, if you look at this keyboard, it's just there's no sound, on it. It's just like a remote control. A MIDI keyboard is more like a remote control kind of keyboard. But a keyboard that people use in churches, those ones they usually come with sounds inbuilt. Some of them even have speakers. This one you can see there's no speaker. This one is just basically like a controller for you. See all the knobs, just to control stuff. This one has a drum pad on it. It has some faders and stuff you can use to control your door. But those other keyboards, those keyboards, some of them work as a MIDI keyboard too. But most of them they have more features, like they have more sounds inbuilt. They have they have more like if you look at the output of this my keyboard, the only thing that it has is sustain pedal and the MIDI in and the USB ports. That's what is on there. And but those other ones, They will have audio out. They will have flash. You can even plug flash to all those ones. You can plug floppy disk to all those ones. They have all those complex stuff in there. But there are some keyboards now here that as IBK is saying they can do basically everything that the MIDI keyboard is doing. But these MIDI keyboards, they're just basically controllers. But yeah. The guitar I'm using is electricity. Electricity, I think it should be electricity. But if you want to, you can go back and watch the video from scratch because I started making the beat from like nothing was on the screen. So you can watch everything I added. If you have the time, you can go back and watch all the video. But this is the plugin I used. This is from Contact. Electricity. I think it should be electricity, but I mean this is looks cool. And I'm using the L4DI presets on the guitar. And I also used an amp on the guitar to make it sound kind of cool. So where is it? I use this amp from. Without it sounds like this. Where are you? This is how it sounds without it. Where it is. Let me add some reverb. And yeah, with the MIDI keyboards, there's some keyboards that don't have 100% MIDI capabilities, but most of them, even if they don't have 100% USB capability, they'll have this MIDI in. I don't know if you can see it. They have this MIDI in and MIDI out. So there's some audio interfaces that you have, or some devices that you have that you can plug it to your computer to make you have MIDI keyboard functionalities. But most of the time, that kind of stuff, only thing that's going to work is your keys. Some of the other things might not work on that keyboard. Sometimes, don't get me, don't mark my word for it. But if you don't have a MIDI keyboard and you have a keyboard, it's always good to go out and buy a MIDI keyboard. You can just get that cable. I think they call it the MIDI cable. I can show you. I have one down there. I can show you where it is, but I'll be on that day. But yeah, guys, I think this piece is basically done. Like, you guys saw me make it from scratch, and hopefully somebody can see how they like the beat and they want to jump on it. I think I saw some people saying they want this beat. But yeah, if you like this beat for real, can hit me up, man. I'll play one more time, then probably end the live. I've never even saved the project since I started making it. That's how crazy it is. What should I call it? Let's call it days. Yep. So basically, that's it for the beats, man. Shout out to you guys for stopping by. If you guys like the video, I mean, shout out to you too. And I don't know when next I'm going to stream, but like I said, you guys can see my new webcam. I'm going to be doing more tutorials and more videos, hopefully this year. And like I said, I'm going to do a review on this plugin, Afro plugin. So you guys watch out for that. So if you guys are struggling with sound selection and still trying to figure out what sound should I use, then that plugin is a free plugin, by the way. I think the plugin is free, but I just want to do a review so that you guys can know about it. You guys can go check it out. So ever thought of making drill or mixing Afro? Yeah, I actually thought about it, Afro drill. But it's gonna be something crazy, I think. That's a good it's gonna be a good vibe to jump on. Alright guys, see you guys on the next one. If you're post notification gang, you guys can always know when I'm streaming. Just put on the post notification on. So yeah guys, bye bye.